Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I've got something special for you. This is something I showed unboxing for about a week or two back. This is the Citizen NY0040. Almost needs no introduction because this is a very popular watch. It's got a cult following. Sad thing is these aren't in production anymore. They're not making them, but you can get them overseas. This one came from Italy. I guess Italy and Germany is the one that's got all the stock on these. They did come out with an NY0040, which is going to be a limited edition. So that's out right now, but I'm not sure how long that's going to last. But this here I'm quite impressed with. I never knew that how I'd feel about having a watch with the crown at the 8 o'clock, but you know what? It's quite comfortable to wear. It really is. And people say that this is the SKX killer, or you know, they really compare these two models, and I'll probably do the same thing. But yeah, I would say that this is a top competitor for the SKX, and in a lot of ways this is a better watch. I've had many SKXs. It also has a cult following. It's a great dive watch, but this thing here is made better. So if we're gonna compare how it's made, this is definitely going to win. But let me get the dimensions out of the way real quick. This is a 47 mil, or no, this is a 41.2. I measured this off camera, 41.2 millimeter case. They say it's a 42, okay, but I measured 41.2. It is 12 millimeters thick, okay. Look at that high polish. Wow, that is beautiful. But that's 12 millimeters thick, 47 lug to lug, okay, from lug tip to lug tip. And then we have 20 mil lug opening, okay, 20 mil bracelets or straps, whatever you want to put on there. This came on a rubber strap, pretty decent rubber strap. I like it, but I like this leather band on here. This is a Strapco, which I got off of eBay. I did a video on this brand, but this is very comfortable on here. It looks good too. The movement they're running is a Miyota, of course. Citizen owns Miyota, but this is a Miyota 8203, debuted back in 1977. So it's a tried and true movement, been around for a long time. It's 21 joules, rate 21,600 vibrations per hour. It has a 45-hour power reserve, so that's pretty decent, not bad, 45 hours. Hand winding, okay, you can hand wind it. What you'd want to do is you'd want to pull the crown out right here, and we can do that real fast. Hand wind, just like that, and pull it. But one thing that now if you're going clockwise, but upside down, of course, that's something that someone has to get used to. It's gonna wind, okay? The other way, nothing, okay? Other thing is it does not hack. Let's try to hack. Nothing. See, that's the only downside to this movement, is it does not it does not hack. But honestly, it really doesn't bother me. I like the fact that it winds, and that's something that bothers me that the SKX doesn't do. If I can get this screwed back in, there we go. So let's move on to the bezel, okay, which the bezel is very, very nice. It's only a 60 click, okay, and I'll demonstrate that. But it has a very, very nice click to it. Now mine, for whatever reason, kind of has some play, like here. You hear that? I'm not sure if that's normal. It's the only one I've ever experienced, so I'm not really sure, but it doesn't interfere with anything. Oops, I bumped the camera. It doesn't interfere with anything, works perfect. You'd kind of think that you wouldn't have very good grip with having, you know, only knurling here, you know, in these little sections. But honestly, you do. You have great grip. It works perfect for me, okay? And it kind of has a nice look, something different. And everything lines up, okay, compared to an SKX, where you're kind of hit and miss. Some will work, some will line up, some won't. from what I understand and reading on the forums, everything on these Citizens do line up, okay? Let's go to the dial real quick. This one, you have applied markers, big loom plots, okay? It's something that's over and above on the SKX. You have a bordered day and date. You can tell it's Sunday, and we have the the Sunday in red, which is really cool. I like that. And what I also like, I love the hands. I like the hands because if you look at the tips of the hour and the minute hand, they extend fully to match these little, see that little mark right there and the one right there at the 12 o'clock, it kind of matches, even there at the 6, okay? Like it lines up with it. The second hand lines goes all the way out to the end of the marker. So they really thought this out. Yeah, it has good alignment, you know, good reach for the hands. I like that. I'd hate to get a watch where it's shorter, you know, or when it's longer and reaches out to the end is better. But I like how they did this. And then it says Citizen Automatic at the top, divers, water resistant, 200 meters, made in Japan, of course. Not a signed crown, but that's not a deal breaker. You know, this is a $200 watch. I believe when these first came out, they were about $130, I think, years ago. But now they're up to about anywhere from 250 on up, you know, some 300 something. So this is something that I've wanted and I'm just gonna hang on to. But if you look at the case, it's got beautiful polishing, right in line with a Seiko, okay, SKX, even possibly better. That's some, I mean, you can see that. That's some very nice polishing in between the lugs as well. And if you look at that polishing, okay, and I'm gonna demonstrate something here. If you look at that polishing, see how it's just completely polished? You don't see any kind of lines or anything in there, right? So they pay attention to detail. Okay, I'm gonna show you on the Seiko where there are some lines. Okay, in fact, let me demonstrate just real quick on the 62 Moss, okay, which I noticed when I put the Uncle Seiko strap on it. Look at the lines. You see those lines right there when I'm moving across? So I guess they feel that, oh, you're just putting your strap, you know, your strap's gonna cover this. You're not gonna notice it. Okay, but look at those lines. I notice it, okay? I notice it, but put that aside for now. But Citizen took the time, if you look at that, to polish it. So it's completely polished and it's polished well. We're polished on the sides, we're brushed on top, and polished again, of course, here. It's got nice crown guards. Okay, I like it at the 8 o'clock, the crown, due to the fact that it doesn't dig in the wrist, and I'll demonstrate that when I put it on the wrist. Kind of a brushed bezel, okay? Very nicely polished on the back here. I still have the plastic covering that. No crazy engraving here on the back, just all polished. And then it says Promaster Citizen, has the part number. It's running the 8203 movement right there, it says. Stainless steel, of course, Citizen Watch Company, water resistant, 200 meters, Japan movement. So all the, you know, normal stuff there on the back. Funny thing about this is you have the crown, like right now I have it all the way down, okay? But if you look at the back of the watch, it doesn't seat all the way to the case, which doesn't matter. It's just, that's the way, you know, they are on these. For whatever reason, you know, I'm not sure, but that's just one thing that I noticed. You got just a tiny little gap there, but I guess that's just the way it was designed. But yeah, guys, so there you have it. So let's do a loom shot real quick. Or you know what, I'm gonna put it on the wrist first, hang on. Now this thing wears very nicely. Okay, my 7.5 inch wrist. You see how the lug to lug is 47. I love that because it's, I mean, that's probably the most important size dimension on a watch because it's not gonna be hanging over your wrist. So this is perfect. And it wears a lot smaller than the size suggests. If you look at that, also just the height too. This is probably one of the perfect wearing divers in my opinion. I'm really impressed with it. That's why I like to wear it so much. There's only one downside, okay, that I can tell from this watch is the lume is not as bright as a Seiko. It is pretty good though. Let's do the lume shot. Okay, it is very good. But for whatever reason, the hands have much stronger lume than the dial. But you can get over it real quick. I mean, it's almost the perfect watch. So there's the lume, okay. You can tell, I don't even need to kill the lights, but you can tell how the hands are even stronger than the hour markers, okay. I'll kill the lights anyway. We'll see what happens here. There we go. So you guys can kind of notice, see how the second-hand pip and the minute and hour hands are so bright, so much more brighter than the hour markers. It does have good lume though, you know, it'll last a few hours. It's decent. It almost looked like a blue and then it just focused, now it's green. So it is green, it is not blue. So, but it's nice. One thing, let me turn the lights back on. One thing, let's get it to focus again. One thing I have to mention is, and I didn't, is that dial is glossy. The Seiko, SKX, a lot of Seikos are flat, okay? But I like the glossy dial, I really do. It just gives it kind of a classy look, a little more of a, you know, higher quality look. So in my opinion, it does, you know, they really took their time when they designed this watch and they did it very well, in my opinion, okay? So there you have it, guys, on the wrist, Citizen NY0040. All right, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm getting closer to the 2,000 mark on, you know, on the subscribers, so please like and subscribe. I'm gonna have more to come soon. Thank you so much for watching, and you guys take care. Thank you. Goodbye.